Assalamu alaikum students, this is your course instructor Aisha Sadiq from Department of English, University of Southern Punjab, Multan. Dear student, into this lecture we are going to explore Hanif Qureshi's play The Sun, My Son the Fanatic. Student Hanif Qureshi was born in 1954 in Bromley, South London, England. His father was Pakistani while his mother was English. He attended a few different universities, ultimately graduating with a degree in philosophy from King's College, London. He began his writing career writing erotic fiction in 1970s and then moved into playwriting. In 1985, he wrote his screenplay My Beautiful Laundrette, which was adapted into a film. The screenplay, which was progressive for its depiction of an international gay couple and its honest depictions of the discrimination that Pakistani people face in England. It won the New York City Film Critics Best Screenplay Award and was nominated for an Academy Award. He has written several other screenplays, including one for the cinematic adaptation of My Son the Fanatic. Hanif Qureshi students often incorporate his own personal experiences as well as the experiences of his family members into his writing, including for his 1990 novel The Buddha of Suburbia. His family, however, has publicly disputed the truth of the autobiographical material that has inspired much of his writing and claimed that they have been misrepresented in his work. Qureshi has he has 3 sons and currently resides in West London. So student, if we see the historical context of My Son the Fanatic, the story in Qureshi's love in a blue times, including My Son the Fanatic, spanned that time period from the 1970s to the early 1990s as a child, as the Cold War tactic against the expansion of the Soviet Union. Western countries began supporting fundamentalist Islamic groups opposing the Soviets immediately following World War II. By the 1970s, Western nations, notably the US and the UK, regularly supplied fundamentalist groups who were allied with regimes that supported Western interests with both money and weapons. In this way, the West played a significant role in the continued rise of fundamentalist Islam during the late 20th and the early 21st centuries. Additionally, this era of post-colonialism saw increased numbers of immigrants fleeing instability and violence in their home countries and often settling in the Western nations that had once colonized their countries of origin and contributed to the very instability that the immigrants were now forced to flee. Student Qureshi's Pakistani characters living in London are example of such immigrants. Once abroad, Muslim immigrants especially face discrimination, often fueled by sensationalized depiction of radical Islam that overshadowed the reality of Islam as is practiced by those who are not fundamentalists. That discrimination in turn sometimes pushed the children of immigrants who felt the loss of their past history and the pain of being discriminated against in their new home countries to embrace a more fundamentalist Islamic faith in response. Student My Son the Fanatic depicts just such a culture clash between first and second generation Muslim immigrants to England. In this lecture, we will also shed light on the character of the play. Parvez, the character of Parvez, he is a Pakistani immigrant in England who makes a living driving a taxi at night. He has a wife, although he doesn't seem to like her much, and when he seeks emotional support, it is from one of his regular customers, a prostitute named Bettina. The story revolves around Parvez's concerns about Ali's newfound devotion to fundamentalist Islam. Ali, his son. This unnerved Parvez for 2 significant reasons. For one, Parvez's early experiences with Islam as a child growing up in Lahore turned him off from all religious, entirely a sentiment that he shares with many of his fellow Pakistani immigrant friends. Most importantly, however, is that Ali's devotion to a radical version of Islam directly conflicts with Parvez's ultimate dream of assimilating totally into English culture and society. He believes his dream for assimilation will only be realized in Ali, who was born and raised in London and was on track to starting a successful white-collar career as an accountant. Parvez copes with his distress over Ali by drinking whiskey and confining in Batina, who coaches him on how to try to and talk Ali down from his new fundamentalist ideology. However, each time that Parvez confronts Ali about the new beliefs, the two clash. Parvez defends the lifestyles and ideology that the West has to offer, while Ali vehemently insists that his father is a bad person, not only because he has broken the many rules of the Quran, like drinking and eating pork, but because he steadfastly believes in a country that discriminates against and inflicts violence upon Muslim people. These repeated insults anger Parvez and fuel increasing disdains between the two, in turn pushing Ali further away and deeper into his radical beliefs. By the end of the story, after Ali insults Bettina, Parvez becomes enraged and drunkenly attacks Ali. In this moment, Parvez becomes the fanatic in the story and enacts the Western perception of Muslims being enraged and becomes a fanatic, and the violence against Muslim people that radicalized Ali in the first place. The next character is the character of Ali. Student, Ali is Parvez's son. He was born and raised in London, but both of his parents are immigrants from Pakistan. Ali was successful in school and sports throughout his childhood and adolescence. He had close friends as well as an English girlfriend, and was studying accounting at university. The drama of the story revolves around Ali's sudden shift from a life of assimilation to one devoted to fundamentalist Islamic beliefs and practices. This shift begins when Ali starts throwing out cloth, books, cricket bats, video games, and the further possessions that to him represent what he now sees as the indulgence and excess of Western culture, while his father views Ali as the family's final step towards achieving full assimilation into English culture and society. Ali's experience of growing up as the child of immigrants in England has turned him against the assimilation entirely. Instead, he wishes to reclaim the identity and the culture that his family left behind in Pakistan. But in this quest, winds up the entangle in the ideology of a radical version of Islam that doesn't actually match the former religious practices of his family. While his father delights in Western values like the flexibility and the freedom to enjoy life and his successes, Ali is steadfast in his belief that enjoyment and materialism are antithetical to a virtuous life. At times, Ali deploys valid critiques of the West, pointing out the destruction wrought by Western imperialism and the Western violence perpetrated against Muslim peoples and countries around the world. He asks his father how he can love something which hates him so publicly. Ali, however, takes his belief to the extreme, and he is willing to give his life for jihad and end the persecution that he describes. Ali's unwillingness to give up in Parvez's desire for him to assimilate ends up enraging Parvez and leading him to drunkenly attack Ali. This final action makes Ali's point that the West is itself fanatical for the hatred and violence it deploys against Muslim people. So the next character is that of Parvez's wife. Parvez's wife, Ali's mother, remains unnamed throughout the story and only shows up in two passing references. She is significant for her absence. A Pakistani immigrant like Parvez, she represents how he has forgotten and abandoned his cultural identity in exchange for full assimilation into English culture, as he confines not in his wife but his regular customer, the English prostitute Bettina. Parvez's wife appears in the story only when Parvez is ordering her around. One of these incidents in particular enrages Ali. Ali remembers and holds against Parvez the time that he ordered his wife to cook pork sausages despite the fact that Muslims don't eat pork, because Parvez saw it as part what was required of them if they were to fully assimilate into English culture. Student, our next character is Bettina. Bettina is a regular customer of Parvez. She is a prostitute and Parvez drives her home nearly every night after she is done working. Pervez talks more openly with Bettina than he does with his wife, and their relationship takes on the characteristic of an emotional affair. Bettina becomes Pervez's confidant and main source of advice as he struggles to confront Ali and convince him to abandon his radical Islamic beliefs. Towards the end of the story, Bettina and Ali meet in Pervez's cabs, where she and her revealing clothing, flashy accessories and fragrant perfume come to represent a Western culture of temptation, materialism and enjoyment that Ali despises. When Bettina tries to advocate for Pervez for confronting Ali about his fundamentalist Islamic beliefs, Ali shames her for being a prostitute. Enraged and hurt in what was a fight between a father uh, and their family, Ali meets in Pervez's cab, where she and her revealing clothes, freshly accessories and a fragrant perfume come to represent a Western culture of temptation, materialism and environment that Ali despises. When Bettina tries to advocate for Pervez for confronting Ali about his fundamentalist Islamic beliefs, these things create a mess between the two. Student, this is all about our today's lecture. In this lecture, we dealt with the historical context of the play My Son the Fanatic, and we have dealt with the characters. In the next lecture, we will deal the themes of this play. Till then, you have to read the entire text of My Son the Fanatics and write a critique of it from the Western perspective. Thank you.